Uh-huh.
Remember how I told you that I got those jock straps and we were talking about that
Yes.
last time? So we washed them, but they had like this vacuum seal smell. Have you ever like
Yeah.
bought clothes and it was vacuum sealed?
Yeah.
You know that weird chemically vacuum seal smell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is still in them even through a wash. So I need to put them through one more.
Oh my
They smelled
God.
so weird.
Like straight up factory.
Yeah, like a straight factory. Not even a
Mm-mm.
homosexual one. Just a straight factory girl. So straight one. But they're cute.
Are
They're
they?
really cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are they
They
the
came in.
same style?
Yeah. Yeah,
What
the same style,
color?
but they're kind of meshy. So there's a pink one, really nice like aubergine purple, and
Yeah.
then a super like electric pink, almost magenta. Yeah.
Ooh,
And then the other one I
look
got
at
was also
you.
purple.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. I need to get
Funderwear.
some new panties. Yeah,
You
I'd love to get some.
do. After our
Yeah, girl.
convo last week, you got to get more panties.
I do. I gotta look. I gotta buy some.
You
Mm.
absolutely do. Okay, I have a really obscure quote for you that you might not remember. In season 7 of Drag Race, there's a part where
Hmm.
Jasmine Masters is talking about how someone needs to wear panties in the workroom, and she goes, "Panties, bitch."
I
That's
need them.
that's you.
That's me.
Panties, bitch.
She's talking directly to me. She's looking in my eyes and she says that. And she sees me with my like 3-year-old underwear. Yeah. 3-year-old underwear at best.
Please. That's not bad. I have some that's been around for longer than that.
Oh, girl. I think I could have put mine through college at this point. I've got
She got a
some old.
scholarship and everything.
They need to retire at this point. I gotta hang up the jerseys, you know what I mean?
How long do you keep clothes for?
Oh, I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it.
It's okay. You paid for them. You wear them as long as you want to.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, the minute I see like a imperfection or like a flaw, there's like a stain that can't come out or
Mm.
huge ass hole, like of
Oh, yeah,
course
yeah.
it's being tossed. But I don't know, if you buy nice clothes and you keep them nice, they could last a really long time.
Yeah?
I'm just saying. Um, I've had a pair of jeans for like, oh my gosh,
What, like
maybe
10 years?
years? No, maybe like
5?
favorite pair. They look so good.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I wouldn't be able to let that pair go. I love those jeans. Yeah, but like I really should get rid of a lot of shit.
I
I
feel
really
that.
should.
I
Yeah,
have some
I'm bad
clothes that
about
I've
it.
had since 2008 or 9
Hmm.
that I still wear.
I still have my elementary school gym outfit.
Do
My
you
mom
really?
has it somewhere. Yeah, we really do. My middle school and my high school gym, like the basketball shorts.
Girl, I
Bad.
still wear some of these clothes though that I have from back then.
They're just comfy. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you want to go to a thrift store specifically to find a really old t-shirt to sleep in, you know?
Mm.
And I love
Yeah.
that, especially if it's been like washed and washed and washed and it's super soft and you find the
Yeah.
perfect one and it's huge. Oh my God, take me to bed. I'll buy it right now. Yeah, old clothes can be really great times. I'm wearing old clothes right now. How about you?
Right now, I have like an old graphic tee that I've had for a long time. I tend to wear kind of just comfy clothes when I'm in my off time and I can just wear
Yeah.
whatever. So, like I've got a bunch of shirts like that had holes kind of in the armpits because that's where I tend to get holes at. I just cut
Hmm.
the sleeves off so that they have more
Mm.
longevity. But it's so weird. I get holes in my armpits all the time for my shirts. And then, like, for my socks, it's always on the ball of my foot.
Oh,
I rip
really?
through the ball of the foot all the time.
Girl,
Yeah,
you
I
must
think I
be
walk with the back
walking
of
real
it.
hard.
I guess.
Sorry.
I got
You must
hard
be
feet, girl.
stomping
Don't talk
everywhere
about
you
my
go.
Sasquatch feet.
It's is one foot heavier than the
You
other?
better Sasquatch that
Is it
walk.
only on the left one or
No, it's
the
on
right
both of
one?
them, girl.
It's a
Mama, I be tearing through these.
girl.
But you know what you do with socks with holes in them afterwards?
Mm,
You turn them
what?
into hard socks.
Into heart socks?
Oh, you don't do this. You don't need to do this.
What? Explain.
So people with penises will sometimes keep
Yeah,
their socks. They're like old socks by the bed,
yeah.
so that when you're
Oh, to come
yeah
in.
in the middle of the night,
Oh
you
my
just are about
God.
ready to blow, and so you take that sock and you wrap it
Oh
all the
my
way around
God.
like a condom. You just blow,
Oh my God.
and then you're done, and then you just like let that sit for a couple of sessions, and then they get kind of crunchy. You throw them out.
Stop. A couple of sessions.
I
Stop
said
it.
sessions.
We need to talk about masturbation.
No, we
We have to
don't.
talk about masturbation.
No, we do not.
That is so wild. That is so crazy. I've never heard of that. That can't be real.
Wait, have you never?
I've never. I mean,
Okay,
yeah, I've heard of it. Like in
Mama,
like a.
next time you go to a man's house for a hookup, I want you
Okay.
to kind of like, I want you to poke around at the side of his bed if he's got a bedside table. I want you to
Uh-huh.
tell me if you see a sock or if you see like a little hand towel.
Oh
You
my
know, like those little
goodness.
tiny itty bitty square towels. Some dudes will
Sure.
keep like microfibers. Most of the time, I see people with like little baby wipes and tissues by the bed.
Oh, I see that. I can totally see that. Tissues and baby wipes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And
can
like
see
you
that.
might think, oh, well,
That
the
is so
tissues are maybe they got allergies.
hilarious.
No, they're blowing into those. They are blowing something else.
Well, you know what? It's crazy because you're so right. Because men have to absolutely, they ejaculate. It literally spurts out. It makes
Unless
such
they
a
haven't had a lot of
fucking
zinc.
mess. No, you're so right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we got a little pocket. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, we just have to carry it and pee. And then,
Not a hot pocket,
yeah, we got a hot pocket. We got a
girl.
hot pocket, little burger bun, it's real and holds everything in like an incubator. And then you just go pee. Wow. Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
never catch a girl with like tissue or
No.
bedside. That's so funny. Yeah. That totally makes sense. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So
Am I
anyway,
this naive? Lord.
if you have a sock with a hole in it, just
That's what
turn
you
it
do
into a
with it.
hard sock. Yeah, no, I throw away so many socks so often. That's like the one piece of clothing that I go through the most, I think. I
Hmm.
don't know
Well,
why.
do you have big feet? Oh my God. We're getting into
Mama, we're talking
territory.
about my
Hold on. That's
feet?
on the OnlyFans. Just a second.
Yeah, that's got to go in the
Flex
other.
more of those
No, I
feet.
have like, well, I mean, the feet people are gonna go crazy now. I have like very average sized feet, but I will tell
Mhm.
you, when I was searching for women's shoes for drag, I could never find my size because I was in that weird, awkward female shoe size where like I just couldn't
Sure.
find anything. So I was
Oh
always
my
wearing a
gosh.
size up or a size down, and either like killing my little piggies or like risking them falling
Flop
off.
around.
Yeah, flopping around, big footed bitch. One time I legitimately duct taped the inside of the shoe because it was so big I could not get into it, but it was the most beautiful shoe. I put duct tape on the heel and on the toes, like you know how you'll fold it into like a little roll, so
Hmm.
the sticky sides on both, and then I duct taped the shit out of the bottom of my feet and just stuck them in there and was like, please don't fall off,
Oh my
so that I could
God.
wear them in the club. Spoiler alert, they fell off.
Oh my God. Did you carry them around? I hope
No,
you
I just
did.
kept like readjusting and scooting back into them
Yeah, yeah,
and just
yeah.
wiggling and being like, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Oh my God, they were swimming in them.
So
I'm glad they
women.
were beautiful though. I've done that before. I've walked around in New York with shoes that were too big, heels
Yeah.
that were too big. Terrible.
When you find the right shoe, you just deal
Hmm.
with it,
Yeah, yeah.
you
It
know?
was pretty worth it, but oh my gosh, the slipping and sliding. Woof. Those, I mean, my toes were hanging off a cliff at one point. They were so good.
And it's so uncomfortable at the end of the day when you take off those shoes and you
Hmm.
know that they have been the wrong size and everything hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It like hurts into your back too.
It's painful. It
Yeah.
hurts into your back. It does.
Well, it's all connected, you know?
Right.
It's literally all
Yeah, yeah.
connected.
From
And
your heel, pretty
from your heel,
much.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that long ass tendon that's back there.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, I'm not a physician, but I remember at Disney having to see the athletic trainers or whatever, and they'd be
Hmm.
like, "Oh yeah, the reason why your back is hurting you is because you walk like pigeon foot, whatever." You know?
Ooh, there's a girl at my job who walks on her tippy toes
No. Just all the time?
all 24/7.
Even without heels?
24/7. No, that's just how front step, toe first.
Oh.
The next step, toe first. It's yeah.
I wonder if
And then
she was
there's
like doing
another one
ballet.
who is constantly in a plie. Constantly.
No. Mama, you are
Yeah,
always
yeah.
outing these people.
Constantly in a plie, and the other one is on her tippy toes. Ah, I can't imagine walking like that. That's crazy.
Do you work at a dance academy and you just haven't told me this whole time?
It feels like it's like part Fosse, part like Russian ballet. It's really strange. Yeah, walking can fuck you up. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Pigeon foot, that's a new one.
Pigeon foot.
Oh, is that like penguin walk?
It's like when your feet are sort of inwards. Isn't that
Oh,
what that
the
is?
opposite of a penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. I think pigeon feet is like when they're kind of turned inwards.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
That, oh my God, I can't tell you when I was growing up, so many girls would like, this was like 2007, 2008 era.
Mm.
Scene girl, emo girl, you know what I'm saying? So many girls would walk pigeon foot
Oh
because it
yeah.
was like adorable. You believe
It was like
that?
very uwu.
It was like very uwu. Yes.
It was popular.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Anyway.
I don't know if I've ever had like major problems with walking or composing myself until Disney.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, well, those grounds, they're so uneven, you know?
Yeah, it's
I don't
true.
know how much you had to deal with it in your neck of the
Well,
woods because like you were kind of on flat ground for most of the time, right?
yeah, it was fine. It was all flat asphalt surface for me, no climbing, thankfully.
That's good.
Um, but I'd catch myself having to stand up straight all the time. Posture. You don't want that hump in that neck, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
You want
I
that
see
hump in
people
other
walking around like
places.
Penguin from Batman. You got a hump. I'm not a camel. I'm gonna sit up straight. It also makes my boobs sit really nice when I like stand up straight, you
Yeah.
know?
Speaking of
So
camels, did you
yeah.
know that the hump on their back is not for storing water?
Is it hollow? No, it's not.
It's to regulate the
So
temperature or something. I just was
oh,
watching an entire video about camels. When I was in high school, I learned about camels, and we were told that they stored water in their hump,
yeah.
like
Thinking
a
about it is
canteen.
crazy, right?
Yeah, and then we were told that like it was like a fucking canteen or something
Yeah,
full
I
of
feel like I
camel water, and it's like
yeah.
something that is used to regulate their body heat.
Oh my God.
It's not full of
Oh
water.
my God. I you know, when I think about, because I remember, I recall hearing something similar. I'm sure, and I believe it. If you would have started out with, camels store water in their hump, girl, I'd be right there on that page with you. Okay. But when I think about it, it's insane.
It really
It's
is. I mean, what other creature stores water in their
stores water
back? No
in their
one.
back.
Not a
That's
single
wild.
creature.
I wouldn't have given it a second thought. I really wouldn't. I would have believed you. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I saw a video of a camel eating the most prickliest cactus. It was like it practically was on a lollipop. It was so spiky, ate it like no problem.
Oh my
Like a
god.
gangster. Like munching on it. Pain, needles poking through, no problem. Crazy.
They gotta have
Camels are
like
nuts.
sandpaper tongue.
Do they?
I don't know. They got to.
Oh, I
I've
wonder.
never seen a camel before.
No, not like for real.
No, I don't
They're
think I've ever seen a
huge.
camel.
Have you ever
Girl,
seen a
where have you
camel
seen a
run? They look
camel?
crazy. At the zoo.
Oh. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
zoos exist. Forgot that
Yeah.
zoos are real.
You know?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen
So
a camel.
they're so big. Just like how you get shocked because we live pretty much in a city. We
Yeah.
do. We live in a city.
Yeah.
We live in a city where there's not really horses, but you remember how shocking it is to see a horse like
Yes.
right up there and how big they are?
Yeah,
You
they're
forget how
huge.
big they are, how huge. Even little ponies,
Yeah.
they're so big. Camels are so big. They're huge.
Yeah.
They got crazy mouths
Oh,
and
I can
long
imagine.
lashes. Lashes I'd die for.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Oh
Drag
my
queen
God.
lashes,
Yeah. If I could get a
301s?
transplant, wow, I would.
Snuffleupagus.
Oh, stop it. Curtains. They'd be my curtain bangs, my little lashes. Yeah, their lashes are gorgeous.
Oh my god. I didn't even know. I have to see a camel now.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that desire when you were a kid to work with animals?
Yeah, I wanted I wanted to be a marine biologist when I was growing up. I watched this movie about a sea lion and
Oh my
and
god.
I wanted to swim with the sea lions, dude.
Wait, what was the movie?
It was called Andre the Sea Lion.
I've never heard of this.
No, it was a real life movie. And it was about a little girl who found a sea lion and just like took him in the house. In
No.
this like not really like a suburban area, but like practically for it was strange, foresty. And she like took care of him and they had hijinks together. They went into town together. They'd hang out, they'd throw little parties together. And then one day it was raining like crazy, and the little girl um saw him get scared and he went back into the ocean. She's like, no, wait, you're supposed to live here, and like went on a boat and went to go find him. And like it was really scary because it was a storm and her parents were concerned. Anyway, Andre saved her life, brought her back to shore, practically gave her mouth to mouth, and then and she survived, and then like they lived happily ever after. I
That's a
wanted to be
trip.
with the sea lion. Oh my
That
God.
story you
There were
just
so
told me
many
is
Chuck Berry
crazy.
songs throughout the movie. So many Chuck Berry songs. It was like made in the 80s. It was an amazing movie. Nobody knows about it.
No, well now they do.
Now they do, and I hope they do, and I hope you become a marine biologist girl because that's what I wanted to be. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be with the sea otters and the goldfish, you know?
Yeah.
I really did. Did you want to work with animals
I don't know. I think I
growing up?
no, not really. I mean, I saw horses at one point and they freaked me out because they were so big. I'm like, oh yeah, no, the horse girl, farm girl thing is not for me.
Oh yeah. I
But
was a big horse girl.
yeah, I will say
Yeah.
we lived in this little tiny town called Beaumont. I don't know if you're familiar with where that is.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of in between like San Bernardino and Palm Springs, kind of. Because
Mm-hmm.
my dad was working in San Bernardino at the time. So we lived in a place called Beaumont. And this little house that we lived in, it was the cutest house. I loved it. It was by this field, and they were cows on this field.
Mm.
And those cows smelled to high heaven. But
Oh yeah.
every time I drove by those cows, I would hear them go, "Mm," and my heart would skip beats. I wanted to get out of my car every time, hop that wire fence, and hug the hell out of those
Oh,
cows' faces. That was
yeah.
maybe when I was like 20. So, like, maybe around then, I was like, I could be a rancher and only ranch cows. Like, not for meat, because I don't want to cook them. I just want to, like, have happy fucking California cows and hug the hell out of these cows' faces and give them pets and baths and maybe
Yeah.
drink their milk, you know? And, like, have some fresh
Maybe.
farm milk. Yeah,
Oh my
like,
God. Can
you
you
know?
imagine? Fresh butter?
Oh my God, fresh butter. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
about that at one point, but I mean, I don't. it would never happen. But that's like the only thing.
Yeah, my high school had an ¿cómo se dice? And ¿cómo se dice?
Mm.
Our
What are you trying to say, girl? Sound it out. Give
an
me a sentence.
agricultural
Agriculture?
program. Holy
Agricultural.
shit. And
You're doing great.
we had farm animals,
Mm.
cows, horses, pigs, goats. They're all at the
No.
high school. Yes.
What?
And they raise them up and they
What?
get them to the farms. They take them to the fair, like during school.
What?
They take them to the fair. They get judged. There's so many right now.
What?
There's like little baby calves and
Oh,
there's like a couple of cows. Yeah,
babies.
they're so cute. They keep our high school mascot is a colt. It's a young horse. So they have
Yeah.
like two horses there.
Oh,
They're crazy.
that's so fun.
Yeah, really cute. I think since they're farm animals,
Mm.
I think they get eaten up
Oh,
by the end of the year. I think that's the reward.
I'm gonna sue them.
Well, the prize pigs, if they raised them up, they should get the profits, right? I'm sorry, people,
But they're
but
your friends. Why are you gonna eat your friends?
I know. What is this, Wilbur? I love Wilbur. Yeah, that program has been there forever, like
Oh,
years and years ago. So that farm is so old, but they just updated it. Anyway, yeah, we got a whole ass farm at my high school.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt had like a little farm up in the middle of the freaking desert. She had chickens. She had
Yeah.
really mean chickens.
Oh, they
They're
were
so
mean.
chickens are so mean, man.
Yeah.
Chickens, and she had
Milchies, yeah.
llamas. What
Uh-huh.
else did she have? She had one other weird farm animal, and like it's the desert. I don't know how
Yeah.
she kept those things alive in the heat of summer and everything. But yeah, she had chickens, and I remember one time my cousin and I were out there. We were fucking around in the chicken coop where we weren't supposed
Mm-hmm.
to be,
Mm-hmm.
and we like knocked over an egg, and it fell over, and it was a fertilized one, and it was red in the middle.
Yeah.
There was a little baby chicken. We both freaked out because we
Aw.
had killed a little baby chicken egg, and we ran
Yeah.
out and pretended that it wasn't ours, that we didn't do it.
Oh my God.
I
Did you
think
have
we
to
blamed my
clean?
brother and her brother.
Oh my God.
I think we were
I
like,
can't.
they broke the egg. There's a dead baby chicken in there. It wasn't even like a baby, just a little
Yeah.
fertilized,
Yeah.
couple days old maybe. But yeah, they were mean. Those chickens were so mean. They were awful.
Mm-mm.
So I think like the whole idea of being a farmer and working like with animals or whatever, I think I got through that phase pretty quick.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I'd say I wanted to work with animals when I was like in elementary school. I feel like that's every kid's dream, wanting to be a
Mm.
vet, thinking
Oh yeah.
that you're gonna hang out with a bunch of cool pets.
Yeah.
No, that whole industry is pretty brutal.
I can't imagine. It's got to be a thankless job.
Yeah, yeah. Although I'll say the scientists like researching animals, that shit
Mm.
is sick. That is so cool.
Yeah.
If you get to discover something new, that's
Definitely.
amazing. It does take a special person, though. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a cool idea though. I think a lot of this kind of manifested into well like what our topic is today, which is about video games and farming simulators and stuff. I
Yeah.
really loved things like that. That made my brain tick because I could have all the benefits of taking care of a farm without all the responsibility, you know?
Without the waiting either. Not
Yeah,
really.
without the waiting. Like you don't have to worry about the chickens c- cocking, cawing. What does that say? Cock. I don't know what it is. What
Uh,
sound do chickens make? Clucking.
clucking.
Girl, you couldn't remember agriculture. I couldn't remember the word cluck. We
Girl.
should be fired from this job.
Oh my
We
goodness.
so we didn't have to worry about that. Didn't have to worry about like the bigness of animals. When I saw a horse, it didn't freak me out because it wasn't right there, being
Yeah.
10 times bigger than me. Did you
They're
like farming
intimidating.
games when you were younger?
Farming games when I
Mm-hmm.
was younger?
Yeah.
The first thing that sticks in my mind, genuinely,
Mm,
um, is, and you're gonna hate this, Jared.
no,
It's Farmville on Facebook.
I'm not gonna hate that. I played Farmville too.
Oh my God, Farmville was so huge on Facebook. I remember people, when it was really big and brand new,
Yeah.
sharing friends and like having to go farm at somebody else's farm, and you
Yes.
saw someone else's and they were so impressive, and you're like, how the fuck do I get more friends? Oh my goodness. And do I have to pay? Like, I'm gonna have to start paying. That was really like the first thing that immediately came to mind was that. I didn't grow up playing like Harvest Moon or anything. I wish I did.
Really?
I really didn't. No, I wasn't allowed to play a lot of video games when I was a kid. So internet was the way to go. And I remember that being really the first huge like social farm stimulation kind of game
Right.
that took, I mean, everybody was about it for a while.
Everybody was playing Farmville.
Farmville?
If you were not
Yeah.
playing Farmville, you were a
You were a
freaking
fucking
goober.
loser,
You were
dude.
a loser, man.
Yeah, you were a
Sorry to everybody
loser.
who didn't play Farmville. You were a loser.
You
You're an absolute dweeb.
Yeah, and that feeling will never come back
No.
when everybody was a part of it.
It
You
was
know
like
what I mean?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
Animal Crossing. We got to talk about this, okay?
Okay.
But that feeling of community
Yeah.
for like a brief moment
Mm-hmm.
was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So that's the first thing that comes to mind to me.
Mm.
Obviously, there's more classic games than that. Of course there
Of
is.
course. Harvest
Um,
Moon being one of the biggest ones that got
the biggest one.
everyone into farming stuff. And it was one
Yeah.
of those where if you played farming sims or Harvest Moon specifically when I was a kid, you were like the dweebiest dweeb that had
Oh my
ever
God.
dweebed. But then
Nerd, nerd, nerd,
freaking
nerd.
Farmville came out and it was like, oh my God, if you're not playing this, you're a loser. Like, how
Yeah.
did we shift so hard?
Yeah.
We
Oh
were
my God.
considered total nerds if you liked farm games.
hmm hmm I feel that way about a lot of pop culture stuff now.
Mm.
You know, like some of the nerdiest things that were really dorky
Yeah.
when you were growing up are the most popular now.
Yeah.
The coolest things to be about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anime is like that for me now. When I was
Mm.
growing up, anime was so dorky. It was really nerdy.
What
Like
they
you're
call
watching
you? They called
cartoons.
them weebs.
Yeah, weebs or oh God.
But now you're like, if you watch anime, you're like among the elite people.
Yeah, well, yeah, or at least other people know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah.
about. And they're like, yeah, I've watched that. I gave that a try. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's so mainstream now. It's fantastic. Like I'm glad it's gotten so many people. Um, but yeah, dorky from the start though. Dorky from the start. Made fun of for watching cartoons in
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want Sailor Moon? You're a
Yeah.
loser. And then
So
now it's like,
Harvest Moon was like that, huh? Like
yeah.
it's just a nerdy video game, isn't it? Because you're
Yeah.
farming.
Well, I
You're
didn't tell
growing
anybody that I
tomatoes.
played Harvest Moon because there was one girl in my school who did, and everyone made fun of her so hard. Like,
Oh.
horse girls were not cool.
No, no, no.
They were
Horse
not
girls were
cool.
never cool. I'd like to say I was a secret horse girl, but
Mm,
then again, I was weird and I had weird friends. That's what helped
mm.
build my personality, baby. You know what I'm saying? I was a weird girl. So I
Mm,
accept the fact that I was a horse girl. I watched Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron like
mm,
3, 4 times and
mm,
it was over. So yeah, I was a weirdo growing up, but I grew out of it pretty quick.
mm.
But I will say horse girls are serious.
Yes. Horse girls
They're
do
so
not play around.
they don't horse around at all. They're
Boo.
not horsing around.
I can't believe you just used a horse pun on me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, they're a little scary.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Especially if they actually have met a real horse.
Mm,
You know, like
yeah.
I go like to the fucking like I'm gonna go feed it and like I gotta brush it. I knew one girl that was like that, and she was just taking classes, I guess. Um, ugh. Anyway,
You're
rough,
like, all right, let's move on from that one.
rough. I mean, yeah, just a difficult person. Anyway,
Well,
yeah.
okay, so Harvest Moon one of my absolute favorite ones. There was a remake actually of this game that I'm about to tell you about. It's called A Wonderful Life.
Mm.
You played as a male farmer, and you went into this tiny town with like almost nobody in it. There were three girls that you could romance, three, just three, and
Yeah.
then there were maybe like 16, 20 citizens, maybe at max, that you could meet. And you literally were just working on your tiny little farm. There was no decoration. There was
Oh,
no anything. Like you had three farm plots.
yeah.
That was all you had to farm on. You had a little
Only
area
three?
for a horse, some cows, chickens. I think you could get ducks. And I think that was all you could get. But there were different colors of the cows you could get. And then
Ooh.
you like had to make food, and you could make money and try and increase your relationship with the town. But here is the gag. If you don't get married by the end of year one, the game says you didn't find what you were looking for and you decide to leave and go back to the city.
Oh my God, it makes you find love.
Bitch, it kicks you out. The
Bitch,
game
you're
kicks
single?
you out.
Ew.
If you have 1 year, and when I say 1 year, each calendar day is like I think 10 days or something, 12
Oh my
maybe.
God.
It's tiny. Your seasons are so small, and
Ugh.
there's only 6 years.
And you only
So
got three bitches to pick
yeah, you
from.
got three pitches. So
My God.
yeah, I played that and it was really fun. And then they created something called Another Wonderful Life, where you
Ooh.
play the exact same game, but you come in as a girl this time, and you're dating the boys in the town. And the
Ooh.
boys were fugly.
Oh
They
no.
were fugly as hell.
Bad?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, because the first time they made the game, they weren't expecting to have like an opposite version, but it was so popular. This was one of like the first really popular farmer games that
Mm-hmm.
everyone was playing. Like there were multiple people in my high school I knew that were playing this, but I kept it to myself because I didn't want anyone to know. But
Yeah.
they didn't expect to make a girl version of it. And so they didn't bother making the dudes attractive. They only focused on the girls. So when they made
Mm.
Another Wonderful Life, they just used the same assets.
Oh my
And the dudes
gosh.
were just fugly because they weren't meant to ever be dated. And
Oh.
I remember picking up the girl version of it. And my mom didn't know that it was a girl version. I don't think she would have
Oh.
gotten it for me if she had known that I could play as a girl dating boys.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't need to
No,
know.
no. And I thought at the time, this is so cool because my gender identity was so in flux. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh my God, I could play as a girl and I can date boys.
Yeah.
So it was so cool for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, the dudes were fugly.
Oh my
They recently
God.
remade the game and they made the dudes actually attractive. And there's a lot more story in it. It was really good.
I love that. I'm gonna look up the sprites right now.
Yeah,
This is the
look up
original Harvest Moon.
A Wonderful Life.
Okay, here we go.
Look up GameCube so that you don't get Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life because that's the most
Okay.
recent one. But
Let's
Stardew
see.
Valley was super inspired. The guy who made Stardew was super inspired by Harvest Moon, and I honestly feel like a lot of the
Oh.
characters that were in A Wonderful Life
Yeah.
became the blueprint for what you see in Stardew Valley.
I totally can see that.
Yeah,
Um, they're kind of cute-ish.
look up
Let's
Marlin.
see. Marlin.
Marlin has this messed up mullet, this 80s nasty mullet, and just a brick of a chin. Like you could lay that in foundation and it would stabilize a building. That's how
Ooh.
big his
Oh
chin was.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Look at the little like Elvis Presley with the brows. Oh, I could get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. You're
he's
right.
cute
He's
now,
got a
but
fucking bricklayer of the chin. You're absolutely accurate. Wow.
yeah.
Like the guy with the middle part. My
Hmm.
goodness. And the hippie?
Yeah. The hippie was really sweet, and he still
Oh.
is. They added
Oh.
another romanceable character, and he's like an artist. He was chill. But in the
Wow.
game, there was an unhoused person. And that was kind of a big deal. They depicted him in a gross way. And
Hmm.
just don't really appreciate the way that it was done. But I mean, that was early 2000s. They've fixed it since then and made him a little bit different now. But I mean, that's totally that blueprint. You didn't really see unhoused folks
Yeah.
represented in gaming, you know?
Ever,
ever.
really?
So it was kind of cool that he was even available there. His name is Pui in the most
Yeah.
recent game. He's chill. What is the unhoused person's name in Stardew Valley? I always forget.
Um, oh, I'll tell you right now. Hold
I
on.
literally always forget, but he's the coolest dude. You
Oh,
can
he's
have him
super
you can have
sweet.
him live with you. Linus.
Linus.
Linus. Yeah, in the yellow, right?
Yeah.
The beard. He's
I love
chill.
his beard. His eyes are so kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
play
love
Stardew,
Stardew
right?
Valley. I remember when I first got introduced to it, it must have been some like cozy recommended video
Yeah.
that I was watching. It
Mm.
had been out already for a long time,
Mm.
and it was before like the pond update, before like all that stuff, you
Mm.
know. Fantastic. I played it for months, months and months nonstop. So good. Um, I the music alone
So
is what gets
iconic.
me. Yeah, do you have a favorite season?
I want to say it's winter because of the night market. I love the night market. Just the views of being out
Yeah.
there at night and all these beautiful lights. Everyone gathering around is so cool. I think I also really like spring as well, but fuck the dance festival. The little dancing thing that's on like the 5th or
Yes.
whatever.
Why?
It's so early. Like you go in to that game knowing nobody. You have nothing. You can't gift anybody anything unless you find a random flower on the ground if you have a good luck day. And then what? You're going to show up to that flower dance festival and get rejected by everyone?
Devastating.
Devastating. And then you have to watch them all dance with each other while you're just
Yeah.
standing there in the corner
Embarrassing.
embarrassed, like that meme of Big Bird standing in the door
Mm-hmm.
frame,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just
When
like,
you're in the VIP alone.
yes,
Stop.
candy
Stop.
muse sitting at the chair,
Uh-huh.
just staring off and
Mm-hmm.
dissociating into the distance while everyone's dancing with each other.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
It's
That first
devastating.
year makes me so depressed because it's like no one wants to dance with me. Am I this fucking fugly? I just showed up here and you guys aren't welcoming.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
rude, so hateful.
Yeah.
Who did you romance? I need to know.
Elliot, 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 Elliot,
Really?
Elliot. I could say his name 10 times. I love that man.
Yeah.
I'll I'm gonna marry that man. A poet. A
Tell
poet.
me
A
everything you love about
writer.
him.
The long hair. I want to know his routine. I want to know the shampoo
Pantene.
routine. I want to know what brush he uses. Let me use it for all. I feel like he's the perfect companion.
mm.
Yeah.
I really
You?
enjoy that he is just this creative person. And as you get to know him, he spends time trying to get to know you and learning about your interests.
Oh
That's
my
how you know
God.
you've really gotten to the second hole with a
Yeah.
creative person,
Yeah.
is that they start to invest in you. Have you heard about that phrase, the second hole?
No, can you explain?
Yeah, inside your butt, there's your sphincter, and then farther in, there's like another hole that releases the poo out into your main one, so that it's like cocking a bullet into a gun. And if someone is so big that they get through your second hole, they get through your second sphincter. The like power bottoms insist that it's like the most incredible feeling, but there's no nerves in there for like you to feel
Yeah.
pleasure
It
sensation.
just must feel
You
like
just
really
feel,
hot.
yeah, you just like feel full up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh
At the
my
top of
God.
this recording, I'm like, no, we don't need to talk about masturbation. And then here I am talking about the second hole.
No, we that's so insane. Never
Yeah,
thought that there was a chamber there.
yeah.
Of course there's a chamber. There's a chamber in my soul and he's hit it.
But yeah,
He's
that's
hit
how you
that
know you've gotten in
chamber
with a
out.
creative is you've hit the second hole as soon as they start really delving into everything. Because
Yeah.
he talks to you about your interest in farming and about if you know things about plants because you've shown that you're interested in him. So I get the appeal with
Right.
Elliot. And then
Yeah.
he writes the genre book about the
Uh,
genre that you chose.
hello. I'm telling you. What a romantic. I think
Yeah.
he's a fantastic partner. I bet he does stuff in the house, take care of the kids.
Yeah.
He's a fabulous partner.
He comes off a little prickly at first.
Yeah, it's the warming up. Love it. Oh my
Yeah.
God, be my fucking enemy. Be my enemy. You know? Let me show you how sweet I could be. And then when you become a little thing you can like mold. Ugh,
Mm.
love girl, I'm gonna marry him again. Here we go. Let's divorce
You're
and
gonna
get
pick
married
up
one more
Stardew and go do it all over again.
time. What about you? Who would be your perfect like partner?
Oh, it's Harvey. It's Dr. Harvey all the way. The fruity little mustache,
Oh,
being
stop.
a small
It's
business
flirty.
owner, a cute little green cardigan.
Mm-hmm.
Mama,
The
that
little
nice
red
little,
grandma glasses.
yeah, the little grandma glasses. He's so cute. He's so cute. And you know that if he has gone through all that schooling, he's
Mm-hmm.
dedicated, he's committed, and he's like a little awkward boy around you. He
Yeah.
like doesn't know how to talk to you because he thinks you're so cute. And then he conquers his fear for you. Have you ever gone through
Oh.
his storyline?
Not all the way.
Can I tell
He
you about it or
conquers
do you
his
want to
fear.
not?
Yeah, please.
So, through his heart events, you find out that Harvey has this deathly fear of heights. Like, he's terrified of them, but he's really interested in flying. And he is listening in on like an air traffic control station at one point and is just like trying to communicate with them because he thinks it's so cool. And
Yeah.
on your final heart event, your like big date before you can propose, he asks you to meet him past the train station, I believe, and you will get on a balloon and and go up into the air, and he conquers his fear of heights because you give him all this confidence to be the
Oh my
best person that he can be.
God.
And so he goes up there and he's like, I just feel comfortable with you even though I'm scared. I know that I can conquer anything with you. And I'm like, oh my God, take me right now in this air
So
balloon.
romantic.
Right.
The characters are written so well. He
Yeah.
did such a good job, the creator. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Even
Harvey's, you
Shane.
know what? It's the boys with the ties. It's the
Yes.
boys with the ties that win it for me.
Mama.
You know, Harvey's one of them. Elliot's one.
Mm.
The mayor.
Oh my God, you like Lewis?
Yeah, well,
Fuck Mayor Lewis. Ugh, I want him to die in a garbage fire.
you can't stand him.
No, he's so disrespectful to Marnie.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the cutscene where they fuck in a bush? The bush outside of his house. They fuck out there. And then
Oh,
if
he a
you
freak.
Oh yeah, well if you max out hearts with both of them and you get one of their like final cutscenes together,
Uh-huh.
she asks him if he'll ever accept her as like his partner and he'll ever go public. And he says that he would be too embarrassed to let the town know that he's dating her.
No, you're lying.
Yes, I'm not lying. It's totally true. Look up a YouTube video after this and look up their final heart scene event. They have a cutscene where he basically tells her like, "No, I'm sorry. You're too damaging to my reputation." In a town of 25 people, who's gonna freaking care if Marnie, a small business owner, is dating the town a
Oh,
loser mayor who
I
can't
would
even
tell
keep his
everybody I
shorts?
knew.
Yeah,
I'd tell everybody I know. Are you kidding me? I'd be
yeah,
like, Barney's dating Lewis.
yeah. I'd be like,
Yeah.
listen, I gotta announce that I got the coolest lady in town. That's my girlfriend, and he won't say it because he's embarrassed of his reputation
As the mayor?
as the mayor because he
Oh
thinks it'll
my
damage him.
God.
It'll damage
The
his image. What the
politics.
hell?
Don't date a politician.
No, especially not Mayor Lewis.
Mm-mm.
You've gotten his underwear before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Have you ever held on
Well,
to them?
no, I've turned them in. Should you?
If you hold on to it and bring it to that summer festival where they make the soup
Yeah.
and you drop his shorts in the soup, the governor says that the soup tastes tangy.
Oh my God. Ew. The cheese. Oh, oh Lord.
And then the mayor will find, or the governor will find the shorts in his soup and then spit it out and then basically say that everything's ruined. And Lewis will freak out, but surprisingly, he doesn't take the shorts back.
He's like, oh my, freaking out. He's like not owning it.
No, he's like, this is so embarrassing that someone would
Pussy.
do this. I can't
Oh,
believe that someone would ruin our potluck like this.
what a little princess. So sensitive.
Yeah, but he won't take them back because he doesn't want anyone to know that they're his shorts, I guess. I don't know.
Sin vergüenza, fíjese.
And that they taste tangy.
Girl. That's tea. Stop. That's the gossip around
Yeah,
town. And
that's
he's embarrassed
the
by
hot
mommy.
goss.
I can't. The nerve.
Is there anyone in
Mm-mm.
Stardew that you hate? Like,
That
you
I
just
can't
want them to
stand?
die?
Uh, honestly,
Yeah,
let me look. Hold on.
it's
I would
Haley. I already
say
know it's
it'd
Haley.
be no, it's not Haley actually.
Oh.
It's it's Demetrius. There was a interaction
Yeah,
that he had.
yeah.
I was talking to his daughter,
Maru.
Maru,
Mm-hmm.
and Sebastian comes over and he's like, "You're not, don't be doing anything weird."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he'd
Uh-huh.
be like, "Yeah, I'm not. Why?" And he'd be like, "Because she's got her whole life ahead of her, and you're gonna
Right, right,
fuck
right,
it
right.
up." I've never liked him from that point. I'd be like, "Man, this man doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Fuck you
No.
talking about?
He's
Talk
so
about
disrespectful to
gonna ruin your
Sebastian.
life, your daughter's life. How dare you? I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it so much better." And then you like marry her out of spite. Yeah, and for
Mm.
me, it's Demetrius. Rubbed me the
Mm.
wrong way from that first interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley, she looks like a bitch, and she is a bitch, and I like that. I can respect it,
Yeah.
and I think it's fine. Um, Other than that, though, I don't feel like anybody is super annoying.
Mm.
Um, uh, hmm,
I hate George. That
the
little
old
old
man,
dude.
the
That
crabby old
that
guy.
crabby old
He
man.
looks like he belongs in Arizona. Like they belong in like an Arizona or like a New Mexico retirement home.
I will never unsee that.
Yeah. Oh, just
He's
picture
also
them
like a
living in
closet
Texas.
homophobe.
Yeah. Yeah, but that just means he's a little gay.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's an
Yeah,
old gay.
honestly.
I'd love to picture if I pictured him from this point as an old gay with like
Mm.
Evelyn as his best friend,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
That would be really cute, maybe. I could tolerate the bullying because the bullying is so much. He's so
Girl.
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're a male farmer and you date Alex and you don't have any hearts with George, he'll make a snide comment about how he doesn't approve of two men dating each other. But if you have high hearts with him, he'll say that he didn't agree with it, but knowing that it's you, he's fine with it.
So still getting his point across.
Right. I don't agree with this, but it's you, so I don't mind.
Mm,
Like, who asked
but
you to
it's
give your final
you.
thoughts? No one
I know.
asked you. Go back to Arizona where you belong.
Mm-mm. Is there anybody that you wish you had a deeper connection to that you're like you attempt
Mm,
to and you're like I'm not gonna bother anymore. Let's
mm.
just forget.
I'm trying to think.
Anybody that you're like I wish I gave them more attention. Like I've never taken Sebastian all the way. Always wanted to.
Sebastian's so cool.
I've never taken him all the way.
He's got a fun story all the way through. You know, I recently invested time into Alex because I always kind of just wrote him off as a dumb jock.
Yeah.
Someone who had a chip on his shoulder to be like the best athletic person ever, and that doesn't do it for me. Like,
No.
the athletic dude doesn't do anything for me, but getting to know him and learning his whole story, I had no idea he was so complex.
Ooh. Okay, don't tell me. Don't
Okay,
tell
yeah, yeah,
me.
I won't tell
But it
you.
must be. You know what? Tell me. Go ahead. It must be
Okay,
so good.
okay,
Complex.
girl.
Because I've never
So,
given him a
yeah,
chance.
no, I haven't either. So you get to know him, and you start to go through his heart events, and initially it's all just, well, I want to be the best football player ever, and I want to be good at sports ball, whatever. Then you meet him outside his house, and he is talking with this dog, and he's telling you how when he was a kid, his dad was an alcoholic, and he was really abusive, so his grandparents took him in. And that's why he lives with Evelyn and George,
Oh
because
shit.
he social services basically took him away. His next heart event, you find him on the beach and he's crying, and he doesn't want you to tell
What?
anybody that he's sobbing, and it's the 12th anniversary of his mother's death, and how she took
Girl.
really good care of him, but she passed away 12 years ago. Presumably, she was the one who took care of him and protected him from the abuse. And so he's like wants to be a good football player and he wants to be good at sports because it's something he can kind of control and work on himself with. And it's like one of those things that makes him feel like he can actually impress her somehow and
Oh,
make
wow.
her
Proud.
proud. Yeah, exactly. For who he became. And then his next big event is he takes you out on a date. And if you're a male farmer, he takes you to the saloon and he takes you to one of the back rooms and has food delivered so you have like a private little space. And he tells you how important you are to him and how he's always really liked you, but he was scared and he didn't know that he could feel that way towards someone who wasn't a girl, and how you
Whoa.
make him feel seen in a way that no one's ever seen him before.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's deep.
yeah. So, like, the whole
That's
jock
real.
thing is really only just a mask because it's something that he can actually control. And a lot of times, people that have super deep mental health issues try to mask with something else. For Shane, it presents itself in alcoholism because he doesn't know how else to control, so he just numbs. And then Alex doesn't know how to control his pain, so he just masks it with something that he can, which is his body image. He knows that he can get himself fit, he knows he can be good at sports, and he knows that that's something that's feasible and attainable rather than to deal with his pain.
That's so
Yeah,
deep.
it's so complex.
That's so well written.
Yeah.
Why does Shane drink?
You know,
Do we know why?
yeah, I don't know. You've never taken him all the way, have you?
No.
Oh my
It's
god,
really just
girl,
been
you're missing out
Elliot.
on
I've
so
been
many
on
good
the Elliot train.
stories. You've been
Uh,
just riding Elliot's dick, yanking on his long,
Oh,
gingery hair.
100%. 100%. Bullet train all the way to heaven. Me and
Yes!
him till death. I'm like, you know what? I'll go farm.
Yeah.
Let me go tend to my
You're like,
crops.
I don't care about any of these other
Yeah.
people. Who cares about
Yeah.
them?
So why does Shane drink?
Oh my god. Okay. So Shane's storyline is about how he's got all this anxiety and depression and how he deals with not feeling good enough.
Hmm.
Essentially, Marnie is like his aunt or something, but Jazz is like his second cousin or something. I've always thought they were siblings, but apparently they're not. She adopted Jazz as well and just sort of takes care of both of them. Shane has all this upset about not being good enough, and he doesn't ever really get much into his family, but I'm assuming it's turbulent if he lives with his aunt. And
Yeah.
he works at this small little dead end job that he gets dust at and he hates it. He has this small town, he doesn't feel like he's going anywhere, and he confides in you that he feels that no matter what he does, he's never going to escape the horrible life that he's living, that it's just going to be spinning his wheels in the mud all the time. And he has a moment where
Wow.
he's literally on the edge of a cliff drinking and wants to jump off, and you help him and save him, and you bring him to the hospital. He gets a stomach pumped and he decides to go to therapy and start working on his
Jeez.
anxiety. Yeah. Oh, Shane is such a complicated character, and he's so prickly initially
Yeah.
because he doesn't know how to resolve his pain. So he just drinks to make it go away.
I feel like these characters have got such a like deep set trauma or something that they have to work through.
Yeah,
Every single one, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't really invested
Ugh.
in any of the girls, so I don't know what any of their stories are like. All I know is that Emily has a bird and she's weird. Fucking hate Emily. She's so weird to me. With the
Yeah.
little coked out eyes.
I can't. I can't with
And then
Emily.
Haley called my shoes plastic once, and I tried to throw bombs on her. I literally
Girl,
dropped cherry bombs around her.
Haley just read you. They were plastic.
They
They
were
were
not.
plastic. I love Haley. She's a bitch. She's so mean. The girls are cool. I really like Penny, cute little
Mm,
teacher. Leah's really artsy fartsy, you know?
she is
Like
artsy
they're
fartsy.
cute. I tried to date Abigail for a good while. She's
She eats
probably the best
rocks.
girl. She's a weird, yeah, she loves amethyst and eating and munching on those rocks. Munch, munch,
Strong
crunch,
teeth.
crunch. Okay, those teeth gone. Yeah, she loves amethyst so much.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Munch, munch, crunch, crunch. I can't with you.
Fall would be my favorite season for the
Mm,
music alone. I love the amount of vegetable, like the veggies and the fruits that you can
yeah.
grow. I go crazy on the barrels sometimes.
Oh, me too.
Crazy on
I'll
the
get an entire
barrels.
shed full of barrels.
I tried to get as many black cocks as possible,
Mm.
because I think they look cool, first of all,
Oh,
and I
the
like the
void
void
mail.
eggs.
Yes. And that shit is
Love
expensive too. You get money. I like getting the
You get so
dinos.
much money. Yes. At first, I feel like for the first like 20 years or so, you're just a money machine,
Yeah.
right? And then you start
Yeah.
to get comfortable, and then you're like, I'm gonna do a design
Yeah.
because I have the money. Yeah, girl, it's a flex when your whole farm is actually designed
Yeah, I agree.
out, planned out with decor and all that.
I
Because
love
you
decorating.
grinded hard
Yeah, and you deserve it. You're worth
and
it.
you deserve it, honey. Yeah, girl.
Yes.
And winter is such a great time because it's a big reset, pretty much,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, I mean, you've
Well,
got
your
nothing to do
layout
but mine.
stays. Yeah. I
Mine,
love
decorate.
Stardew Valley. Playing it for the first time was so relaxing and nice.
Mm.
I think I have it on every single platform. I've got it on my laptop, my
Really?
phone, my Switch. Yeah, I have it everywhere. I play it all the time.
And all this time, you just gave dust to all these men.
Yeah, I won't talk to anybody but Elliot. Elliot's my one and only. He's my favorite. He's a book reader. He's
Yeah.
Fabio. He's my fantasy and my love and my husband. And I'll live and die by him. Literally, I think I've talked to Alex a couple of times.
Mm.
I should try Harvey. I should
You
try, but it
absolutely
feels like
should.
I just feel like Elliot's such a comfort, you know.
Mm.
I love going through his like cute little storyline and I don't know, he's nice. He's nice. I
Yeah.
like to try to talk to a lot of the girls though. I'm more of a girl
Mm.
hunter, I suppose. Yeah,
That's hot.
I love
Do
it.
you role play at all when you play?
Yeah, I mean, I try to make my farm sound real cute and my
Mm.
character real cute. I try to make it have like think of like cute little events and
Mm.
yeah, I suppose, what do you mean?
Like when you go in and you're playing, do you imagine what your character's motivations are and you try to like
Yeah.
make that happen where you think, okay, maybe I came from a corporate job because that's like the base storyline, but it's not even that I just want to escape city life. It's that I really wanted to see the stars at night. And so I'm looking for someone who can just hang out and look at the stars with me. I like to play as a horny gay who went to this small town to find country boys to fill up
Oh.
instead of them filling their holes and second holes with corn, you know? I like went out there to go spread some seeds around, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Sow that plot,
Yeah.
right? Sow your oats.
So yeah,
Peel
that's
your
like my role
oats.
play that I do. Do you like
I
role
get
play at
that.
all?
I do. Well, I've role played in other games for sure. Like Pokemon, I'd always pick the boy trainer. Always, always. I always wanted to be a boy.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, I used to pick boys all the time.
Mm.
Um, yeah, if there was an option to pick the opposite gender, I was gonna fucking do it.
Mm.
I was gonna fucking do it. I just loved it. I wanted to be a little boy running in those hills,
That was me
taking
with
all
the
the little
girls.
girls. Huh?
That was me with the girls.
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to date the boys.
You get it then.
Yeah.
You get it. Yeah, it's just cool. And also it's just a video game too, you know?
Yeah.
I it's fun. It's meant to be fun. Just enjoy it, right? Pick
Yeah.
whoever you want, pick whatever name, role play into it. I love role playing games though. They're real fun.
Do you like
They're
character
real fun.
creation for role play?
Girl, I wish I had. There's a game I think I could have easily spent 12 hours
Mm.
with all that crazy customization
Mm.
that they've got. Love customizing a game. I used to play doll games growing up.
Oh, really?
I used to go on this website called dolldivine.com
I've heard of
and it's
this.
still up and running. All you're doing is dressing up dolls, kind of like they're just little. I don't. It's flash games. You know what I mean? You could do
Yeah.
like a makeover. You could like paint nails. You could dress them up. make your own avatar character from the movie Avatar, or dress up like the Miss Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you like The Sims?
I love The Sims. I didn't play it too much
Mm,
um growing up, but like I had friends that were so all about it. I know you're all about it, Jer.
I'm so into The Sims. Yeah.
Yeah.
I play The Sims
Yeah.
a lot. I have like a whole universe. I don't
hmm
know how people say they get bored in The Sims because there is so much drama in my world.
There's a movie coming out.
I heard about this.
Yes, Margot Robbie is like producing it.
If it's about the Goths, I'm not watching. Bella Goth can choke on a chicken wing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Oh.
hate Bella Goth. She's so
Mm-mm.
fake.
Oh girl.
She got
Girl.
abducted by aliens in Sim 2 and they should have kept her.
They should have.
Yeah,
Shit. Oh, you love The Sims.
I do. I
Yeah, do you
love.
own like all the packs and like
I don't have
what's your
everything.
favorite part of The Sims?
Oh my god, the storytelling.
Really?
Like, so much of my current job is like trying to sell a product of, I guess, like whatever fantasy is in my head, you know? And for The
Yeah.
Sims, the thing that I love doing is just selling a story and making people want it or care about it. And when I was doing it live, there was so much good engagement on it, and I loved that. But yeah, I love the storytelling. I have a series where it's like six people that live together, and they rotate in and out of the house, and multiple
hmm
people come in and out, and they all have different stories they're trying to do. Like one season, one person came in trying to find the love of their life and they ended up dating everybody but never
Mm.
finding anyone. They realized that they just wanted to have a good time and have sex and not
Oh,
actually like date anybody. And then there was
need
another
that
girl.
story of my life.
Yeah, there was one girl who came in. She wanted to get a baby. So she came in and flirted with one of the dudes who was just like really hot to find a girlfriend, had
hmm
sex with him, took off the condom mid sex, got pregnant, and then left the house and ran off with his baby.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then
Oh
he
my
went to
God.
go, as soon as she delivered, he snuck into her house, stole the baby back, and then ran off and married Penny Pizzazz and was like, this is my baby now. So then she had to go find someone else to have a baby with.
No, she just replaced it with another baby.
She replaced it with another baby.
Jesus Christ. What was the first baby's name? Do you remember?
John. Yeah, because her name was Jan.
Oh my
And
God,
the guy
John
that she
John
had
John.
sex with to have the baby, his name was Jacques Trap. So when you say it all together, it's Jacques Trap.
Yes.
Hmm. He
Yes.
was the seventh.
Yes.
So they Jacques Trap and Jan had John, and then she went and had another baby, and she called it Jan John.
Jan John.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then after Jacques Strap married Penny Pizzazz, they had another kid that they named Jacques Strap the Eighth.
Oh,
And
the
he looks like
eighth.
Lord Farquaad.
Oh my
He
God. Oh my
legit
God.
looks like Lord Farquaad, and it's so disturbing.
You have a tiny baby Farquaad in
Yeah,
there.
it's so funny.
Farquaad, by the way, is a fantastic
Is
name.
it? I hate it.
Farquaad?
So dumb.
Fuckwad? It's so good.
I hate it.
It's such a great play. I never caught it as a kid.
Wait, what's the play on words?
Fuckwad.
No.
Fuckwad. Lord
No.
Fuckwad?
It's not.
It Farquaad. Yes.
Oh my god. How have I never noticed
Fuckwad.
that?
Bitch. I about educated you. Yeah, I never caught the joke as a kid. It's
Mm.
hilarious.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had no clue.
that's real subtle.
Yeah.
Kind of. Shrek is amazing. Shrek is such a fantastic movie.
Different strokes for different folks. It's not my favorite thing in the whole world.
No.
No. But I love
Yeah, I
that.
loved
I
it.
didn't know that Farquaad was a play on words. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
gagged.
fuckwad.
I'm so gagged.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
That's wild, girl.
I know. I know. In a kid's movie, do you remember when he had the erection?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Shrek is crazy. It's so good. It's so good.
Crazy.
Girl. So, um, The Sims is great. Has it been a big part of your life?
Yeah, it was like one of the very first things that helped me come to terms with my homosexuality.
Is that true?
Yeah, I would totally sit down and I would create straight couples, like really happy straight couples, where the husband was like super hot and like buff and had a fat ass or whatever. And then
Yeah.
I would put them in a house and I would build up their lovely little suburban life. And then I would make a hot gay neighbor, and I would make the husband go and have sex with the gay neighbor and cheat on the wife, and then
Equally.
they'd be fucking, and
It's
he
like
would
a
invite her over.
fantasy.
Yeah, and then she'd catch them having sex and woohooing, and she'd divorce him, and then go and get with some hot lesbian in the town,
Good for
and
her.
then she'd become like the lesbian mayor, and then
Oh,
he would just be like this hot young playboy for the successful gay neighbor.
I love that the
Yeah,
successful gay neighbor gets everything he ever
yeah, yeah,
wanted.
yeah. He gets the other
That's awesome.
man, and he gets to be the breadwinner, whatever. And then the ex wife gets to be like the leader of the town. So I would always role play stuff like that, and I would make sure never to save because if I reloaded and my parents were watching, I didn't want them to like see on the family computer that I had gay people in my Sims. So I
Yeah.
never saved any of that. But yeah, it
Wow.
helped me. I was able to really process through a lot of my gay things by playing like that, and the game allowed me to do that.
I love that. When
Yeah,
when did when did Sims add gay people?
it was in the first game.
You're kidding.
No, it was. So you did you know
That's
it was an accident?
revolutionary.
It was a
It was an
complete accident.
accident?
Yeah, there was an error in the code, and I think some intern found out that you could be gay in the game. It wasn't coded in or anything. It was just like one of those things where nobody really strictly had a sexuality, and it was an accident. And somebody brought it to the person who was in charge, and I think they just said, "It's not that big of a deal. Probably nobody will even notice."
Wow.
And then it became this huge anthem for queer people who were like, "Oh my god, a game where we could be gay. This is so cool."
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
completely
a
accident.
lot of those games are restricted by gender.
Yeah, a lot of those old
Wow.
farmers are too. I mean, even
Even
Stardew's
now.
not, but Harvest Moon was.
Yeah.
Harvest
Yeah.
Moon was totally gender locked.
I mean, they literally released another game for a different gender.
Yeah, to make
Mhm.
sure that you could play as the other one if you really wanted to, so that people who were femme identifying could play and enjoy the game. But in the current one, the remake, the Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, you don't have to worry about gender. You can go by alt pronouns, which is great. I was able to use they them for mine,
Oh,
and
really?
you could date anybody, much like Stardew, where you could literally date anyone you want to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is really cool.
I love that. And I love that for games too. I think it's important, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
representation
cool.
matters.
Yes, ma'am.
It totally does, and I like that part about farmer games.
Yeah.
Most of the time you could date anybody, and I think we sort of think of like the country and farmer places as sort of like backwoods anti-progressive
Right.
ideology where nobody really wants gay people, but in these farmer sims, so many of them, they don't even care about what your gender expression or identity is. You could date whoever you want, as long as you invest in them,
Yeah.
and I think
And
that's so
grow those
cool.
tomatoes.
Yeah,
Grow those potatoes. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
snuggle those cows.
Yeah, get those cukes going. Those
Yeah.
cucumbers. I'm just saying.
I
Yeah,
love
and
cucumbers.
then they're so relaxing too. It's
Mm-hmm.
really such a cozy, like snuggled up kind of game. Farming Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
They're very important.
I think so.
And I'm glad that they're not like dweeby things anymore, like they used
Yeah,
to
they're
be.
so popular
They're
now.
so popular.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's great to me. Oh my god, Punt, can you hear him?
Yeah, what is he saying?
He's saying that he's hungry. He's saying
He's
it's
saying I'm
it's dinner
starving
time. He said I'm
and you're
dying. I haven't eaten in an
really
hour and a
losing
half.
weight.
He said it's
You're
over for me,
literally
human. I gotta
you're
eat.
harboring a fugitive. Yeah, he's trying to escape. Poor baby.
Yeah, I guess
Feed
it's
that
dinner
poor boy.
time. I know.
Oh,
Move that bus. Feed that baby. Apparently he needs to eat. They're on like a 2 hour schedule, so like every two they get like a tablespoon ish of food.
Yeah.
because we were giving them like half a cup at a time, and then now we've sort of like every 2 hours to every like hour and a half, it'll be like a tablespoon worth of food so that they don't overeat. And then they're like being able to exercise and stuff throughout the day, process the food.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's been helping. Brody needs to lose weight because he's giant right now. He can't even hop.
Oh,
He bullies
yeah.
everyone off their bowls, so we have to like equally distribute their food between all of them to smaller portions so that he doesn't like horf all of his snacks and then
Yeah.
eat all of theirs, and then he's got all this weight gain and they're all starving because they've been bullied off. I have to do this thing, Jasmine. I have to hover over them and
Yeah.
hover over Brody specifically so that when he's done, I scoot him out of the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, you're kicked out. You're done.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I leave, he will
Yeah.
legitimately push the other cats out of the way and eat their food because they eat slow.
Bully. Yeah, they
He's a
eat
bully.
slow.
Yeah.
He's a youngin', right?
Brody is turning. He just turned 9, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
He like knows
Oh,
better.
wow.
He fully knows better.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a grown ass man.
But it was so fun to do this with you. Thank you for doing this with me. I'm glad we could talk Stardew.
I know, me too. We have to talk Animal Crossing one of these days.
Yeah, we have to go deeper into it. There's
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, there is.
It was
There's a
nice to
lot.
talk about gaming.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I love it. It's something you and I have connected on that we found out like later on in our friendship that we're both into gaming
Yeah,
quite a bit, you know?
and I love it.
Yeah, me too. Me
Absolutely
too.
love it. But thank you all for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Remember, you're doing a fantastic job and the best that you can do, and that is all that you can do. Have a wonderful week. See you and talk to you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.